on, guys? Welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. Today we're going to be going over the Elliott wave count that I have for Bitcoin. So we're going to start off by showing you guys the main count, this main foundational count from here to here. So I'll show you guys that right now. So first of all, we're going to be calling this a primary wave 1 here, primary wave 2 down here. So this would all be up for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 1. Then for the wave 2, I actually changed up the wave 2 a little bit from how I had it previously. I previously had an A, B, C zigzag, but I think it makes a better WXY if you count this all as a flat for an A, B, C for the wave W. A, B, this would be an A, B, C, D, E for the wave X. And then this wave Y would be a zigzag for an A, B, C. So that would be the wave W. This wave X would all be a flat for an A, B, C. And this wave Y would be a zigzag for an A, B, C. So that's the new wave 2 that I have. I think it's the best way to count this wave 2. And then moving on to this wave 3, I counted up as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this intermediate wave 1. Down for this intermediate wave 2. Then up for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this intermediate wave 3. Down for this intermediate wave 4. And then up to complete this primary wave 3 right here. Alright, so now the way we're going to count the wave 4 is we count it as a expanded flat to start out for an A, B, C. So this would be an A down here for an A, B, C for the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave. This wave 4, this minute wave 4 would come in the way of a W, X, Y, and this would come down to complete the C wave right here of this wave A. Now there's another way you could count it. If you count this all as an ending diagonal, then you could count this all as a zigzag here for a W wave. This would be, and then this would be an X wave right here for a triangle. And then this section right here, for this would be an A, B, C for a flat. So that would be a W, X, Y. That's another way you could count it alternatively. Now, moving on to this wave B, we have this all as a zigzag for an A, B, C. So you guys could zoom in to look at the subdivisions if you wish. And then moving on to this wave C. Well, actually, before we move on to the wave C, I should mention that if this is all an A, B, C, we actually came into a pretty strong support level. So let's go ahead and hide the count for now. What we have down here is we came to the 1 to 1. So this is the top of wave A right here. And then this is the top of wave B right here. So if we go ahead and compare the length of wave A to the top of wave B, then we find that this wave C so far has retraced the exact amount that this wave A retraced. So it came exactly into the 1 to 1 around 32.9K. And additionally to that, we also have this channel going from the top of wave A to the top of wave B down to the bottom of wave A. And this would all be on arithmetic chart. So it would not be on log, it would be on arithmetic. So we came into this support level right here, which is a pretty strong support level. So we're gonna have to see if we bottomed out here, which I'll be getting into later in this video. But I just wanted to mention that off the bat, that we did come into a strong support. So I would not be surprised if we did get a pretty big bounce up here. So I'm gonna hide this for now, and let's go over some counts that we could be witnessing in this section right here as a wave 4. So let's go back to the log scale. And the first count I want to go over is the flat count, because I think the flat count makes the most sense out of all the counts. And that would be this count right here to start out, where this would be an A, B, and we're currently in a wave C. Or we actually completed a wave C in the case that this is a running flat. So the first way we could count this, if we zoom in, let's go to the 4-hour, let's go to the 2-hour chart actually. Is the first way we can count this is calling this all wave 1 here, a minor wave 1 here, minor wave 2 here, 3, 4, 5. Now this is probably one of my favorite ways to count this all as an impulse wave, because if you zoom into this wave 1, this all makes a nice 5-wave impulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 1. This is a pretty shallow wave 2, so that's one criticism you could give to this count. And then additionally, this wave 3, you get a nice 1, 2, and then the 3, 4 is a little bit short. But in comparison to some other counts we could be giving to this section right here, in comparison to some other counts that I'm going to be showing you guys, I think this count makes a lot of sense. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where this wave 5 would be a 1, 2 here. So this would be a rare triangle for a wave 2 for A, B, C, D, E. Down for the wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a wave 4. And we just came down for a wave 5 on the 24th of January. So that's the first way we could count this. Now, if this is all an expanded flat, then this is going to be a very long wave 1. So we could zoom out to give you guys some more context. So if this is simply a minor wave 1 of this intermediate wave C for an expanded flat, then this is a very long wave 1, as I mentioned, where we could expect it to probably come up around the golden pocket for this wave 2. This wave 3 would come, would come pretty far down here, up for the wave 4, which could not retrace into the territory of wave 1 or 2, then back down for the wave 5. So my opinion is that I think if this is a wave 1, we would probably be retracing pretty far down. Of course, if you zoom out, if this is a wave 4, we can't retrace into the same territory as this primary wave 1. So the limit would be about 14K for this wave 4. But I think ideally, more likely is it would come into this order block right here around 18 to 20K. In the case that this is a wave 1, 2, we're going to come up for a wave 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the first way we could count this section right here. The second way is if we hide this. So this is still going to be an A, B here, but we're just going to count this impulse differently. So if this is all an impulse wave of B flat, then we could also count it as so, where this is all 1, 2 here. So we still get a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for the wave 1, then up for the wave 2, which happens to be a shallow wave 2. But instead of this all being a wave 3, this is actually the first minute wave of this extended wave 3. So this is all in the assumption that this is an extended wave 3, and we're still in the process of completing this wave 3, and we actually just completed this minute wave 3, and we're coming up for the minute wave 4. In which case it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for this minute wave 3. Now, one way we could invalidate this count easily if we come into the price territory of this wave 1. So in other words, if we cross about 42, if we come above about 42.3K on the Coinbase chart at least, then this count would be invalidated, and I'd probably be looking towards this count. But until then, we have to consider this count as a count to, it's something that's on the table for us to consider. So we could just be coming up for a minute wave 4 and then come crashing down for this minute wave 5 to complete this minor wave 3. All right, the next way we count this as a wave C is by saying that this is all wave 1 down here. So this would be a minor wave 1 here. Upper minor wave 2, this is a pretty popular way you could count this if you look around on YouTube. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave 1. And then this wave 3 would all be an extended wave 3 where we just completed this minute wave 1 and we're coming up for the minute wave 2. So this has a little bit better wave symmetry because if you compare this count to the count I just showed you guys right here, then the wave symmetry between this 1, 2 and this 1, 2 of a lesser degree is a little bit, this would be a pretty long wave 2 like I mentioned to you guys compared to this wave 2 of a larger degree. So here, instead of putting this as a 1, 2 here, we put it as a 1, 2 right here. Now the one thing I don't like that much about this count is, first of all, that this would be a very extended wave 3, but second of all, that if we were to count this section right here, like I mentioned to you guys previously, this wave 3 doesn't subdivide too well, so you'd have to say this is a 1, 2, this is all 3, 4, 5, and this 1, 2 has no wave, this 3, 4 rather has no symmetry with this wave 1 and 2. So it doesn't look that pretty, but it is possible. So that's really the final way we could count this all as a wave C, in my opinion. Those are the 3 ways I'm considering this wave C. Either this being a 1, 2 here, this being a 1, 2 here, and this all being an extended wave 3, or we actually just completed an impulse wave And in this case, we want to expect a pretty nice bullish move off these lows to give us a wave 2. So it could be a zigzag, or it could be a flat. For all we know, we have to wait and see. So that's how I'm counting this as a expanded flat. And like I mentioned to you guys, for all we know, we could have just completed a running flat. So if this is the correct count, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we could have actually just completed a running flat, in which case we want to expect a nice 5-wave move off these lows with good increasing volume to give us confirmation that the low was put in. So that's basically all I wanted to show you guys for the flat count. Now let's zoom out to, well, actually we can see on the 4-hour chart. The next count I want to show you guys that we could be witnessing is a WXY. So we would count this wave W as the same way that we count the wave A in the previous count. So this would all be an A, B, C for an expanded flat for wave W. This wave X would all be zigzag for an A, B, C. And this wave Y would actually all be a zigzag as well. So this would be an A, B, C. The A wave would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the case that this. So it would be the same subdivisions as this count in the case that this is all a completed impulse wave right here. So this would be a wave A instead of a wave 1. This would be a wave B, and this would all be a wave C for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, since we got a completed 5-wave impulse off of wave B to give us wave C, I would like to see a nice impulsive wave off these lows to give us confirmation that at least a local bottom was put in for this wave Y, or at least that this count could be on the table. So for now, we don't really know yet. We have to wait and see what happens, what we experience off these lows. If we start getting, consolidation and then another dump down, obviously this count probably isn't going to be as favored. But if we start getting a nice bullish move off these lows, like so, then we have to consider this count as a possibility, as well as the running flat, as well as the expanded flat, in which case this is a wave 1. So that's the next count that I wanted to show you guys. This is still on the table. We have to wait and see what we get off these lows to give us confirmation. But that's the second count. I would say this count is a little bit less likely than the flat count, but nonetheless, it is something to keep in the back of our heads. So the next count that we could be looking at, which, as I mentioned, I don't consider this likely. This is a triangle. Excuse me. This would be the triangle count. So this would be an A, B, C, D, E. Now I don't like this count that much because this wave A, you can't really make this wave A into a zigzag. Even if you were to put this as a wave A here and this as a wave B right here, then you can't really get. You'd have to shove a 5-wave impulse into this move right here to give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for maybe a very long wave 4 right here, which I don't like. You could also give it a WXY, but then WXYs don't really tend to happen that common, especially in a wave A of a triangle count. So I'm not going to consider this count to be very likely, but it is possible, so that's why I'm mentioning it in this video. This is a wave A down here, probably a WXY. This is a wave B for an ABC, and this would be all an ABC for the wave C. And then we're currently coming up for wave D. So in this case, we could expect probably a good 5-wave move off the lows, pull back for a wave B of a zigzag, and then another 5-wave move up to give us this wave D. So we really have to wait and see, but like I mentioned to you guys in my previous video, since we're not getting decreasing volume, I don't favor this count as much, because in a triangle count, you want to see decreasing volume as the triangle progresses. So for example, if this is a wave A, B, C, you want to see gradually decreasing volume, something like this. But instead we're getting an uptick in volume right here, which is kind of invalidating this count for me. And now an alternative to this triangle is actually saying that this is all going to be an expanded triangle. So this could still be a wave A down here. Let's go ahead and hide this count. This could be a wave A down here. This is a wave B up here. And we're actually coming down for wave C, so we could have actually just completed an impulse wave for a wave A of a zigzag, come for wave B, back down for wave C. We get something like this. So it'll be A, B, C, D, E. Then we finally take off for the primary wave 5. Now I don't like this count as much as well because this would take us out very far in the year. This would probably take us out to at least October or at least the third quarter of 2022, which is going to give us a very, very long wave 4 in terms of duration. So it wouldn't give us that great of symmetry between this wave 2, which is why I don't think this count is as likely. But like the other count I showed you guys, the other triangle count, it's on the table for us to consider, but I'm not going to consider them that likely. So those are the main counts that I wanted to show you guys for today for as far as what this wave 4 could be. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom into the lower time frame to show you guys what some local counts we could be looking at are. So we're going to go to the 15-minute chart. Well, actually, let's start out on the 1 hour chart, and then we could go down. And let's go ahead and show you guys the main flat count that I was talking about earlier, right here. And then I'm going to show you guys the local count right here. So actually, I think it would be better if we zoom into the 15-minute chart. So the main way we're counting this section down here, so this is all a minor wave 4 put in right here on the 27th of December. Then the way we count this down here would be a 1, 2, 3. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This meaning a third wave, up the fourth wave, down for the fifth wave. Like I mentioned, this would be a triangle or rather an A, B, C, D, E. Moving on to this section, we get a 1, 2. This would be an extended third wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wave 3. Triangle for this wave 4. Then down for this wave 5. And this would actually all be an expanded flat for this minute wave 4. So this would be an ABC, and this would be a 1, 2. The way you subdivide this wave C is very tricky. It would probably be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. But then moving on to this wave, minute wave 5, we get a leading diagonal for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the minuet wave 1. Up for the minuet wave 2, A, B, C. Then we move down for 1, 2. This would probably be 1, 2 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or rather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first wave. Second wave, third, fourth, fifth. Down for this minuet wave 3. Then here we get a WXY for this minuet wave 4. For a W wave up here, this would be an A, B. So this actually, no, this would be a zigzag for wave W. This would be A, B, C, D, E for this wave X. And this wave Y would all be a flat. So this would be A, B, C for this wave Y to complete this minuet wave 4. Then down for this minuet wave 5, which would probably be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what we got into the lows to complete this this presumable minor wave 5 or minute wave 5. Alright, so then moving up these lows, we get a nice 5-wave impulse for this wave A for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down for wave B, and then up for wave C via any diagonal. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I'm counting it. Then we move down for an A, B, C for another zigzag. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. Up for this wave B. Then down for this wave C, which barely takes out this wave A, as you guys can see. And then right here, this was very difficult to count for me. The best way, really the neatest way I could count it is by saying it's a zigzag for an A, B, C. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. This wave B would be a flat for an A, B, C. So that would give us an expanded flat. And this wave C, you could count it as a 1, 2 here, a 3, 4 here, and a 5 here. Now, the only problem is that this wave 4 does come into the price territory of this wave 1. So that is one problem with this count, but it's really the best way I could have counted it. And since this is on a local time frame, it is on a lower time frame, I am giving it a little bit more leniency. If this were to happen on, let's say, the 1-day chart, then I would definitely not be, tolerating this count. But since it is on the 15-minute chart, I am going to say it is a possibility, and this is really the best way I could count it. So if you guys have a better alternative, feel free to post it in the Discord server linked down below in the description. But moving on, we get this ABC right here. Then we get a WXY, so this would be a wave ABC. The W wave, this would be an ABCDE. For the X wave, this would be a triangle. Then we get a flat for the Y wave for an ABC. So we're getting a nice bullish wave off these lows, but my main summary for this local count right here is that I'm going to give it more time to play out because I just don't have enough faith in this count to really be taking any trades off this count right here. I'm going to be using other technical analysis to base my trades off of, but I'm not going to be using this count right here. So as far as Elliott waves go, I'm going to give it more time to play out to see what this progresses into. But without further ado, let's go on to a higher time frame. I can give you guys some targets to be looking out for. Alrighty, so first things first, to the upside, we have a few targets to be looking out for. First of all, I'm going to show you guys the monthly, weekly levels. So we have this area right here with this monthly and weekly level right around here, around 43.8K to 43.1K. That's probably going to be some minor resistance to be looking out for. And then if we take a fixed range volume profile tool from the high to the low, or rather the high to current price action, we get a volume spike right here around 42K, another one around this weekly level. So I would guess this weekly level would probably act as pretty, at least mild to strong resistance if we make our way up here. And then we have this point of control around here. Let's go ahead and also look at the Fibonacci retracement levels. So we get the 0.382 aligning with this point of control right here, which could offer a nice short trade if we come up here. So this would be this order block right here. Then moving above that, we have the 0.5 lining up with this weekly level right here. And then we have this golden pocket aligning with this order block right here. So these are the main levels I'd be looking for to the upside. So to summarize, it would probably be this golden pocket right here, this weekly level right here, this point of control, and then these weekly, monthly levels. Also, we could take a Fibonacci retracement tool from this high to this low right here, and we have this golden pocket right around here. So more locally, we have a 40K golden pocket to look out for. Then above that, we have these resistance levels to the upside. So now let's move on to some levels to be looking for to the downside. So actually, let's go to the 1-day chart. Now to the downside, we have, if we end up falling below these lows right here, I'm going to be looking towards this weekly level as the first support level. Now this probably isn't going to be super strong support. We might just, make our way down below this low, get a mild bounce before falling below it. But if we end up falling below this weekly level, the next thing I'm going to be looking for is a swing failure pattern of these lows right here. So I'd be looking for us to come down below these lows, take out the liquidity below these lows before making our way back up. Now if we don't get that either, then we're going to be looking towards this order block here around 23 to 24K, and then this order block right here around 20 to 18K. So these are the main levels I wanted to show you guys to the upside and to the downside. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it useful. And I'll see you guys in the next video in the Discord server. All right, take care.